Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko When They Cry episode 4. So last time we started the tea parties, or at least the tea party, the first one, and Butler did his investigations on what happened on the island. But now we're back in the Golden Land, I guess, and the game between him and Beatrice is gonna start yet again. So let's do this. Let's go.
俺だ。
潔し。
In the rose garden, beautiful rose petals danced. The color of those rose petals were red. Did the fact that they faced each other in this beautiful rose garden prove or make claim to a red single truth? Okay. That must be why the roses are red. But in the language of flowers, roses represent passion, not truth. The flower for truth is a forget-me-not, and that flower is blue.
俺の青き真実で全てをうがつ。全ての一番最初から一番最初のゲームから始めるぜ。
What? I'll bore through everything with my blue truth from the very beginning of everything. I'll start from the very first game.
よかろう。
What, is he gonna explain everything?
そなたのお手並みを拝見しよう。来い。
行くぜ。
Okay, here we go.
すでに宣言済みだが、もう一度言う。こいつは前回のゲームの南條先生の殺人だけじゃないぜ。
This isn't just for the murder of Dr. Nanjo in the last game.
一番最初からのあらゆるゲームのあらゆる場面を切り裂ける。
Okay, okay. Well, this is gonna be hype. Very
潮
hype.
宮金蔵はすでに死亡している。
Me personally, I believe that as well.
よって島の本当の人数は17人。そこに未知の人物 X が加わることで18人となっている。この人物 X の存在の過程によって17人全員にアリバイがあっても犯行は可能になる。これにより人間の数18人を満たしつつにもかかわらず、一見18人全員にアリバイがあっても犯人 X の存在と犯行は可能になる。
You can break through all of the murders in episode 1 by supposing an unknown person X. Furthermore, it's even possible to explain the mystery of Kinzo's evaporation from the closed room sealed by the receipt. Yes, this is episode 1. By making the bold assumption that Kinzo wasn't there in the first place. Yes? Unless Beato counters this with the red fruit. The illusion of the witch from episode 1 has been completely smashed. I guess, right? Yeah. This blue truth is valid. What is that? The wedge of blue truth that Butler had thrown stabbed right through the top of Beato's left foot. Was there red blood pouring out from there, a protest being made by her red truth? Beato shut one of her eyes tight, enduring the unbearable pain of the blue truth that denied her. Oh.
悪くない。だが、まだまだわらわは否定されてはおらぬ。この程度では足りぬわ。続くゲームではそれだけで説明できる謎があるぞ。
どの謎だ？
第2のゲームの終盤でジョージがゴーダとシャノンを引き連れ夏日の部屋に立てこもり殺された。夏日の部屋を開錠した鍵は室内に閉じ込められ、残るすべての開錠可能な鍵はローザの手にあった。
The key that unlocked Natsui's room was locked up inside the room, and all of the remaining keys that could unlock that door were in Rose's hands.
犯人 X が存在しようとも密室構築は不可能なはず。
The blue wedge that pierced Beato shook. She was resisting, fighting to pull it out.
いや、俺の青き真実は揺るがない。犯人 X がマスターキーを入手していれば あれは密室でも何でもないんだ。
いや、粒子は不可能だぞ。マスターキーすべてはローザが管理した。
Yes.
だがローザおばさんが共犯であったなら何の意味もない。ローザおばさんは犯人 X に何らかの方法で鍵を渡し密室殺人を幇助した。
That is a very simple explanation though. Wait, is that just it? Like Rosa is an accomplice? By some method?
そしてその後同様の方法で鍵を回収したんだ。
Then explain to me, why did she do that in the first place though? For example, right?
甘いぜベアート。こんなのは当時の俺もすでに推理している。
そうであったな。
The wedge that had been gradually losing its sparkle and had seemed as though it was being or is about to be pulled out, regained its strong blue again thanks to Butler's additional truth and dug into Beato again, eating into her foot. Beato let out a cry of anguish at that pain.
まだ答えぬわ。まだだ。まだだ。
さらに続けて第3のゲームだ。6連結の連鎖密室、ローザおばさんとマリアの殺人、親父たちのホールでの死亡、クラウスおじさんと夏日おばさんの殺人。
On the third game, the 6-link closed rooms, the murders of Rosa, Maria Dad, and the rest of the deaths in the hall, the murders of Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuki.
その全てはエヴァおばさんを犯人に仮定することで説明可能だ。これは当時すでに論破済み。それに対しお前がエヴァを通して出題してきた最後の難題、南條先生殺しも18人目の未知の人物 X で説明可能。これで第3のゲームまで全て打ち破ったぞ。反論はあるか。
Honestly, I feel like this is like fairly simple solutions, I think.
無論。
Like back then it was so hard to explain, but now it's just like it can be explained if you suppose that Aunt Ava was the culprit. Can be explained if Aunt Rosa handed over a key to the culprit. Okay.
この程度で答えはせぬわ。ならばゲストハウスからのジョージの失踪はどう説明するというのか。赤き真実を追加しよう。ジョージはゲストハウスの階段を降りてはおらぬ。窓から飛び去ったのだ。
I mean, you could say he jumped. Is that even that high? In the final stages of the third game, George suddenly vanished from the second floor of the guest house. Ava, who had been on the first floor, claimed that no one had come down the stairs. Yes, I remember him going out and then him flying, I think, right? But because of the blue truth, George could have snuck down to the first floor and escaped while Ava was busy carrying Krause's and Natsu's corpses outside. But by adding the additional red truth, Beato had denied that possibility. To go outside without going down the staircase to the first floor, he would have had to leave by the window. But all of the windows had been locked from the inside.
だからなんだ。お前の言葉通りだぞ。窓から飛び去ったんだろ。下へ飛び降りても芝生じゃわからないし、あの大雨だ。多少の痕跡なんて消えちまう。
赤き真実を繰り返す。
Okay, she's gonna say like George didn't jump.
外部へ通ずる窓も扉もすべて内側より施錠されていたぞ。
All windows and doors leading to the outside were locked from the
し
inside.
かもそれらの施錠はすべて外側からは不可能。 ジョージには施錠する術はない。
青き真実を繰り返す。当時の俺も言っているぜ。ならばジョージの兄貴が窓より脱出後、誰かがそれを施錠すればいい。
Who locked it then?
何も難しいことはない。
Everything worked out as long as someone locked the window after George Aniki escaped through it. Who locked it then, though? I like this as a fairly simple counter. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is very simple. In that case, everything works out as long as someone locked the window after George Aniki escaped through it. Yes, that may be valid, but who did that though? I want more explanation is what I'm saying. Yes.
この程度ではあがけぬか、あがけぬか。
Beata couldn't remove the blue witch that was buried into her foot. The fake witch was burned more and more, but a course for blue.
第3のゲームまでの全てにおいて青き真実は未だ揺るがない。ならお前が魔女であることを証明する唯一のゲームは今回の第4のゲームだけってことになる。
In that case, the only game that can prove you're a witch is this game, the fourth game.
わらわが赤き真実にて反撃していない以上、そういうことになろう。
I say why is it so easy? Yeah, for some reason it's so easy now. What? And he's Butler's counter argument with the blue is very, very simple. Like he could say this, in that case everything works out as long as someone locked the window after George Aniki escaped through it. But who could have locked it, right? They didn't say. He did not say anything. Let's say, Butler could have locked it. It's just an example, right? But yeah, nothing after that, and that's it. That's okay. Like back then, if Butler said something like this, like it was not enough, right? I don't know.
この度のゲームでのみ魔女を証明せねばなるまいな。よかろう。存分に来るがよい。
食堂の6人殺しについて不審な点はない。18人目の X が銃を乱射してみんなを殺した。落とし穴については実際に落とし穴が本当に隠されていた可能性もあるし、桐江さんの仮説である瞬時に混沌させる毒矢の発射装置 X の過程でも説明可能。ジョージの兄貴ジェシカ、そして地下牢から脱出したメンバーの殺害も食堂と同じで銃によるもの。不審な点はない。だが分かってるぜ、反撃があるんだろ。来いよ。
そなたの最大の刃である18人目の X は金蔵がすでに死んでいるとの仮説に立脚している。そう来ることはわらわも分かっていた。だから金蔵を書斎より出した。その金蔵を親族会議の全員が迎えたぞ。親族会議に居合わせた全員が金蔵の存在を認めた。
All of those present at the family conference acknowledged the existence of Kinzo.
そうだな。だがじいさまはずっと視線をさまよって寝込んでいた重病人ってことになってるぜ。やつれてて別人に見えちまってもみんな気にしないかもな。
I mean, I guess you could say that.
俺はこう返す。そのじいさまは別人の替え玉だ。
The grandfather was a different, or that grandfather was a different person, a body double.
親族たちがじいさまと見間違えた別人だ。
Okay.
ならばわらわはこう返す。 全ての人物は後宮金蔵を見間違わない。いかなる変装であったとしても後宮金蔵を見間違わない。
ならばこう返す。お前は第一のゲーム時では5本以上存在することになっていたマスターキーの本数を第2のゲーム時に赤き真実で5本と宣言することで。
What? By declaring with the red fruit in the second game that the number of master keys was 5, and in the first game the number was more than 5. Okay, let me see this. No person would mistake Oshirimiya Kinzo by sight. No matter what the disguise, they would not mistake Oshirimiya Kinzo by sight.
以後のゲームの設定変更を行っている。
You changed the premises of the later games.
同じことで第4のゲームにおいて金蔵の生死の設定が変更されている可能性がある。よって第4のゲームの金蔵の存在をもってそれ以前のゲームでの金蔵の存在を証明することにはならない。
Let me see this again. The number of master keys was 5, and in the first game, the number was more than 5. So who had the master keys again? It was pretty much all the servants, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
よって食堂での6人殺しはじい様が自ら執行したと仮定しても何の矛盾も生じない。
ならばこう返そうぞ。4つのゲーム開始時の金蔵の静止設定は全て同一である。
Kinzo's life or death status is the same at the start of each of the 4 games. Okay, so let's say he's dead. He was dead all along, right? And this confirms it, I mean.
第4のゲームのみ設定が異なることはない。
Life or death status is the same at the start of each of the 4 games. The setup was not different for the 4th game alone.
復唱要求。各ゲームの開始時に金蔵は生存している。
She cannot say that.
復唱拒否。
Okay. It confirmed now. Confirmed 150%.
答えぬよバトラ。わらわはそなたに望まれて赤き真実を答えはせぬ。
くそじじいめ。我が最愛の魔女ベアトリーチェを守るために体を張ってやがるってのか。
I mean, at least when I look at it, I think it's confirmed because she doesn't say it, right? Swaying that damn geezer came into view. Is he trying to be some kind of knight blocking the path between me and Beato?
バトラーよ。お前にこのわしが超えられるかな。至らせぬ、至らせはせぬよ。黄金の魔女の高みにはな。お前の浅はかな推理など私一人を超えることもできぬわ。死ねい。
Oh! Became a dragon. It's a dragon, right? Kinzo's jet black cape spread as though it would swallow the world, becoming the snout of a vast black dragon that came at me, trying to swallow me in one gulp. Faced with that black dragon's roar, I calmed my breathing and closed my eyes lightly.
お前なぞ一息に飲み込んでくれるわ。消え去れ未熟者め。
黙りな死に損ないの亡霊め。
ほう、わしを亡霊呼ばわりしてみせるか。あくまでもわしはすでに死んでおるとする仮説を貫くか。 それがお前の命取りよ。第4のゲームの第1の番にて闇に飲み込まれて消え去るがよい。
The black dragon's vast mouth, its snout, its fangs swallowed Butler whole. In that instant, Butler suddenly opened his eyes.
ありがとうよベアトリーチェ。お前の第3のゲームが俺の反撃の足がかりとなる。
Your third game became a foothold for my counterattack.
何？
あばよクソじじい。こいつでお別れだぜ。俺は金蔵死亡説が第4のゲームでも主張できる根拠として以下の仮説を提唱する。
よかろう。存分に来るがよい。我が末裔よ。
行くぜクソじじい。金蔵の名は後宮家当主の称号として引き継がれているという仮説だ。
My theory is that Kinzo's name is passed on as the title of the Oshiromiya family head. Kinzo's name is passed on as the title of the Oshiromiya family head.
後宮金蔵はすでに死んでいる。そしてその名を誰かが継承した。
Okay. What?
全員が承認した。
He passed his name on to someone else and everyone acknowledged it.
それにより親族会議に居合わせた全員が金蔵の存在を認めた。
I mean, then who did he pass it into then? Into who? Right? Into who? Like if Kraus or let's say Ava, or just an example, was yeah, let's say the successor, but they were all there. They were all in the conference. What? He passed his name to what person then?
じいさまの変装をする必要さえもないのさ。一同が新しい金蔵を認めたのだから。よって見間違えるわけもない。以上の仮説が否定されない限りお前が死んでいるという事実は変わらない。
This is interesting. Okay, therefore they didn't actually mistake Kinzo by sight. As long as the preceding theory is not disproven, nothing can change the fact that you are dead.
これでとどめだぜ。クソじじい、お前に復讐要求だ。全人物の中で異なる複数の名前を持つ人物は存在しない。
できんな。
安らかに眠りな、クソじじい。
How does this even work then? What?
感謝しろよ。お前やっと死ねたんだぜ。こいつが陰謀だ。食らってくたばりな。
Okay, let me see that again. Okay. Ushirimiya Kinzo was already dead. Did I need to write this? So when we talk about this, and he passed his name into someone else, everyone acknowledged it, and therefore all of those present at the family conference acknowledged the existence of Kinzo. There wasn't even any need for this person to disguise themselves as grandfather because they recognize, or everyone recognized a new Kinzo. Therefore, they didn't actually mistake Kinzo by sight. As long as the preceding theory is not disproven, nothing can change the fact that you are dead. So we cannot really see this, right? The tips is locked. No. What I'm thinking is I think what they're implying here is the epitaph, right? Kinzo's epitaph or whatever. So if you can solve that, basically you are gonna succeed, right? You're pretty much gonna be the successor, or you're gonna succeed for the Oshinomiya family, basically, if I'm correct, right? So let's say what if someone solved this epitaph way before the events of the game, or not before the events of October 4th. Let's just say that we can argue that, right? We can how do I put it back there? We can argue that because of this, and he passed his name onto someone else already. So what it means passed his name, so someone succeeded him, he died, someone succeeded him, and then the name, let's say, yes, as Butler said, is passed on as a title. So someone became the head of the family already before the events of October 4th. Someone solved it, and but who, right? But who? But with this one and with the story going, the only one I can think that succeeded in, like, let's say, solving that is the culprit, right? I think that's the only answer you can say. Let's just say the culprit solved the epitaph, became the head of the family, and that was it. The only problem here is what I don't understand is if Kraus and, let's say, Natsuhi, right? They are the ones who knew that Kinzo is dead already. Did they know this though? I mean, I guess you could say that, because when they were talking about the epitaph, or what do you call it, the succession in the dining hall, Kraus was not really fighting back, right? He was pretty much agreeing already. So maybe he knew about this, maybe he did not. But one thing's for certain for me with the situation here is someone solved it already way before the events of October 4th. Yes, someone solved this way before. They solved the epitaph, they became the head of the family before the events of that, and the other family members, yeah, the ones outside Rokinjima Island, didn't know that. That is my only theory. Okay, so we're gonna add that theory again. We're gonna add that theory to my list of other theories. Okay, this is good. Even though, like, some of his explanations here earlier were kind of simple, this one was pretty good.
後宮金蔵はすでに死亡している。そうさ、あんたは気の毒だよな。その死体が見つかる場合、いつも丸焼けだ。それは死後が経過している死体であることを悟られないための工作なのさ。そしてその名を誰かが受け継いだ。
And you pass your name into someone else.
以上の仮説で、てめえは死亡しているにもかかわらず、金蔵は親族会議に登場することができる。
Even though you are dead, the Kinzo can still appear at the family conference.
どうだよ、これだ、チェックメイトだ。
Checkmate. Several dozen blue stakes bored into Kinzo's ghost. Their terrible destructive power wouldn't let the ghost recover again.
Kinzo, 今日までありがとう。安らかに眠れ。
Rest in peace, Kinzo.
そなたとの日々は忘れぬ。
dispersing along with the shadow of the black dragon as golden flower petals scattered. Ushirimiya Kinzo became a gold-colored cyclone and disappeared. Even after death, he had fought for the sake of the woman he loved. There's no doubting that your love and madness were a real thing.
バトラ
恨むな。死者は眠らせろ。起こすな。次こそお前だぜ。これでお前も最後だ。
Beato still couldn't pull out of the blue wedge that pierced her foot. She realized that she was on the verge of death.
お前には随分と付き合ったぜ。お前の遊び相手としての義理は十分果たしたはずだ。だがそろそろお片付けの時間だぜ。家で寂しがり屋の妹が待ってるんだ。家族揃っておいとまさせてもらうぜ。
ならば殺せ。ならばわらわを殺してみせよ。逃げも隠れもせぬ。今や避けることもかなわぬわ。来い後ろ宮バトラー。
おう、金蔵死亡説による18人目の X により残り全てを貫く。第4のゲームにおけるジョージの兄貴とジェシカの死も X が犯人で説明できる。
Okay.
地下牢から逃げて殺された5人も園芸倉庫の2人も最後のマリアも。
And the 5 escaped from the dungeon and were killed, and the 2 in the guarding shed and Maria in the end.
全て18人目の X で説明できる。何もおかしなことはない。以上にて全てのゲームにおける犯人の説明を人間にて完了する。
Wait, that's just his explanation for that? Yeah, that's why I'm saying that this is very simple. All those can be explained with an 18-person X. There's nothing strange at all. What I mean is, he's not giving it like full explanation. He's just saying like, oh, by the way, all of this can be explained by person X, and that's it. No more explanation required. That's what I'm saying. I guess it's very simple, and it's okay. No problem.
ベアトリーチェ、これでチェックメイトだ。
Jesus, there's a lot. Beatrice, who couldn't dodge, had several blue stakes driven into her and was skewered. Beato grabbed them, trying to pull them out somehow.
食らっちまった。痛えよ。こりゃ死ぬな。こいつを引き抜かなきゃ死んじまう。痛いのは嫌だ。辛いのは嫌だ。
This'll kill me, won't it? If I don't pull this out, I'll die. And she's saying, I had enough of the pain. I had enough of the anguish. I need to write this down, yeah. With both hands, Beato firmly grasped one of the blue sticks. Naturally, the power to which denying blue truth burned her hands. Unable even to hide her tears at that pain, Beato howled and tried to pull the stakes out with all her might.
これが抜けなきゃ死んでしまう。これが最後の反撃。ならバトラー、我が魔法の数々をどう説明するのか。一番最初に登場したのは第二のゲームにおいて、わらわがマリアのかぼちゃのマシュマロを直してやった時だ。この時ローザはその魔法を確かに目撃している。
Maybe he just had the same one, right? Certainly at the time, Rosa witnessed gold butterflies gathering and fixing of the marshmallow by the miracle of magic.
ローザ一人の目撃では信憑性がないであろう。だからわらわはその目撃者を極限まで増やしたのだ。それこそが今回のゲームよ。我が眷属たちの召喚、そして魔法による虐殺、それらのすべてを大勢の人間たちに目撃させた。それこそが我が魔法の存在する証明。これをどう説明するのか。後ろ宮バトラー。
ステイルメイト。
Stalemate?
魔法があるから魔法はある。そういう論法にはできないってのが俺たちのブラウン管裁判のルールのはずだぜ。
そうだったな。
誰が何人魔法を目撃しようとも、それは魔法の存在の証明にはならない。俺はお前が見せてきた全ての魔法の存在するしないの以下に関わらず、その全てを無視して人間で説明することができる。それは俺の不可侵の権利である。違ったか。
At those words, the blue stakes let out an even brighter light, knocking my hands away.
やはり抜けぬか。
As Butler is now, even if I pull up a witness for each individual, a bit of magic, and demand an explanation, he'll probably use some kind of move to deny all of them. Not just the magic with the marshmallow I showed Rosa, but all the miracles of magic. So I can no longer even claim to be a witch without questioning him about something like how a marshmallow was fixed. I am in such an inferior position that I must fight over such trivialities.
わらわは無理かもしれぬ。
Honestly, I want to go back to that scene back then in the second episode, and I want to remember which person, or if they did they even do that? No, I mean Maria, right? She was so happy. She was giving like marshmallow, the candy, to some of the people, right? If I remember correctly, she even gave Butler one. So, that may be a key to explaining that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'll check it out, but
わかっている。
but yeah, that may be a key on how she fixed it, right?
もとより価値のなきゲームだったのだ。なればいつか敗れる日が来るのは当然のこと。わらわはバトラに敗れるためだけに今日までを 戦ってきたというのか。勝てるかもしれないと始めたゲームだった。簡単には勝てなくても、無限に繰り返すゲームの中でいつかは奇跡が起こると信じてた。何しろわらわには絶対に勝つという絶対の意志がある。しかし今やその奇跡は完全に失われた。そして絶対の意志はバトラに宿り、私には万一の奇跡も絶対にない。いや、奇跡も絶対もないが正しいのか。
I should say with no miracles or certainty.
勝利はなく、引き分けによる終了もない。唯一許された決着、敗北を与えられるまで永遠と抗うだけのゲーム。そうさ、私はバトラに殺されるためだけに
I am fighting
戦って
only
いる。
to be killed by Butler. I looked into Butler's eyes. That which was reflected inside them wasn't me. The figures of the little sisters waiting for his return and the family had to bring back were reflected in those eyes. To him, my existence is already not even that of an individual. Obviously, from the very beginning, he has been trying to deny the individual that I am.
前回のゲームは面白かったな。
I guess it was very fun for her. Like, even though, let's say she was pretending, I don't even think that she was pretending there. Maybe because as with what the story is, right, in this episode, and then it's revealed that, or she revealed that Butler has a sin, and then yeah, maybe her or the culprit, I guess, liking Butler, loving Butler. So the third game was really fun because in the third game they were let's say together as in they were not fighting at that time, right? So yeah, it was fun for sure.
ちょっと騙しただけだったけど、
I was only tricking him a bit.
ほんのわずかの間だけでも分かり合えたような感じになって面白かったな。
So maybe it reminded her the times she had, or the moments she spent with Butler back then, right?
そうだよ。あそこで手を打っておけばよかったんだよ。バトラがコロッと騙されたまま永遠に騙し続けてればよかったんだ。
But I think she would have loved that.
でもダメなんだよな。あれじゃ本当の勝ちじゃないんだよな。
これでチェックメイトか、ベアトリーチェ。
Beato had been run through with several blue stakes skewered over and over to the ground while still standing. Because of that, she wasn't even able to fall over. And still looking up into the sky, she was soon in place. The tragic form might have been a fitting end for the cruel witch who had endlessly toyed with 18 people's lives, who had killed constantly for hundreds and thousands of years. Gently, as though someone was mourning over something, rain began to fall. Amid the rain, Beato was soaked and crucified.
終わりなのか。
グーの音も出ぬわ。
まだだろ。お前はこの程度で終わる女じゃねえだろ。
無茶を言う。この姿がどう見たら終わっていないように見えるのか。早くとどめを刺せよ。言っちまえよ。お前の青き真実で。
Yeah, deny it fully now.
以上により魔女は存在しないって言っちまえよ。その一撃で私の息の根を止めてしまえ。
ダメだな。
ほう、わらわにこれ以上生き恥をさらせというのか。すでに決着はついておろうに。
立てよ。俺たちの殴り合いはまだ終わってない。
まだとな。
お前のそれは負けじゃない。もうやめたと投了しているだけだ。
いいではないかよ。投了でそれでそなたの勝ちだろうが。とっとと妹のところへ帰るがいい。わらわなどこの場に打ち捨てていけ。
俺は言ったはずだ。逃げない。そしてお前を逃がさないとな。お前は何者だ。そして一体何が望みだったんだ。
それが知りたくばそなたのお箱でも試せばよい。いいではないか。ただの妄想幻想。それでいいではないか。
全然ダメだぜ。俺はお前を逃がさない。俺はお前を打ち破る。
What did he say? It changed music after that. It's useless. I won't let you run away. Okay.
このまま逃がしてなるもんか。お前をうやむやにしたまま幻想の暗闇に逃げ帰らせはしない。打ち破る。完全にな。だから立て。弱々しいふりなんかするな。お前はまだなんてか隠してる。俺にはわかる。
なぜおとなしく見逃してくれぬのか。
親父を、おふくろを、そしてエンゼを、いとこのみんなや親族のみんなを、そして使用人のみんなを、お前はあれだけもてあそんで殺した。その非道を俺は絶対に忘れない。許さない。俺の肩にはよ、まだエンジェの腕の感触が残ってるんだよ。俺は お前の非道を許さない。だからそんなことで逃がさない。
Butler's eyes burned with the flames of hatred. The time had long since passed during which pitiful behavior would have earned his compassion. After being tricked once, Butler will never sympathize with me again.
狼と羊のパズルどころか、これじゃ狼少年だな。どうすればいいんだよ、わらわは。どうすれば。負けを認めぬためだけに無限に戦うのも、無限の魔女にふさわしき無限の拷問か。バトラに勝利を与えぬために無限に嫌がらせを繰り返すのもまた無限の魔女なのか。悲しいな。こんなのが無限の魔法なのか。もう嫌だ。魔女たちに無限に玩具にされるなんてもう嫌だ。勝ちはなく引き分け終了もない。ならばわらわを解放してくれる結末は魔女の道に落ちた時から、悪魔と契約をしたその日から、末路は悲劇であると。
どうした、黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ。六軒島の支配者ならば最後もそれにふさわしい貫禄を見せてみろ。
Lightning. The world was smashed with white. Fitting last moments for the ruler of Rokinjima. Still pierced by the blue stakes, Beato faced the rainy sky and let out a cry of laughter. Then she slowly raised her face and stared at Butler.
愚か者め、そなたの健闘をたたえ、勝ちを譲ってやろうと思ったの。慢心したな。
それは譲られるものじゃねえ。お前から奪い取るものだ。お前だってそうだろうが。俺が魔女はいてもいいからなんて言い出す、そんな甘っちょろい勝ち方が納得できなかったから、前回はわざとああして最後にぶっ壊してくれたんだろうが。そうさ、俺は前回お前に一度情けをもらってたんじゃねえか。だからその借りをこれで返す。立て、俺の敵、俺の黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ。
バカが、バカが愚か者が、二度とチャンスがあると思うな。
When Beato yelled, the blue stakes that had pierced her chest blew to bits and disappeared. However, the blue wedge that had pierced her foot in the very beginning did not vanish.
まだ抜けてないぜ。18人目の X の青き真実が抜けていない。
そなたの副賞要求の一つに応じる。
Okay.
そなたの推理通り、全ゲームの開始時に金蔵はすでに死んでいる。
Ginzo is already dead at the starting of for all the
し
games.
かしならばつまりは一人を抜かせばよいこと。わらわはこれまでこの島には19人以上の人間は存在しないと宣言してきた。
Yep, no more than 18 humans.
それを金蔵の分一人減らす。この島には18人以上の人間は存在しない。
No more than 17 humans exist on this island now.
以上とはつまり18人目を含めるぞ。つまり18人目の X は存在しない。
Okay, how many? Let me count again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17. And then if you add Beatrice is 18, right? Okay.
これは全ゲームに共通することである。
So now it's not 18 persons anymore. It's only 17. Any counter to that?
そら見ろ。やっぱりまだとんでもねえ奥の手を隠してやがったぜ。17人しか人間のいない島が18人と偽られてきた。それが1人減って17人になり、ようやく正しい数になったってわけだ。これでお前をぶち抜いていたくさびが抜かれたな。戦いはゼロから仕切り直しってわけだ。
Let me see again. Let me count again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So basically, remember what I said in, what's that, the third or second episode, I think? But I did say that for Beatrice, right, for the actual culprit, she may be using one of these characters as a, how do I said that back then? Like an avatar or something like that? Like a proxy or whatever, right? Like what I mean is Beatrice, this one, the actual culprit is one of these persons right here. Could be, because now it's lowered to 17, so if it's only 17, so it's these guys are the 17. All of these ones are the 17. Yes, all of them. And if that is set in red, so that basically means that one of these people is Beatrice. Or named Beatrice. No, not named Beatrice, but yeah, the actual culprit, I mean. But who? But let's see, maybe Butler has an argument here. A counter argument with his blues. The blue wedge that had soon Beato in place broke apart. There was no longer anything piercing her. The scars on her body had disappeared completely. There stood, just as Butler had hoped for, the figure of the majestic golden witch who ruled Rokinjima.
さあ来いバトラー。もう一度最初からだ。すべてについて青き真実で打ち抜いてみよ。わらわももはや遊ばぬ。逃げもせぬ。隠れもせぬ。そなたが不甲斐ないならばこの勝負、この場にて決着してくれようぞ。わらわの譲り勝利にて妥協しなかったことを永遠に後悔させてくれる。さあ第1のゲームからだ。
おう、第1のゲーム、第1の番からだ。最初の園芸倉庫で見つかった親族6人の殺人に不審な点はない。
There's nothing strange about the murder of the 6 relatives that were found in the gardening shed in the beginning, okay?
アリバイのない誰にでも犯行は可能だった。
有効だ。続けるぞ。次のエヴァ夫婦の密室殺人はどうか。
Okay, I guess now we're getting much more better explanation.
チェーンまでかかった密室であったぞ。赤き真実を追加する。2人は他殺である。密室構築後に片方を殺害の後に自殺したのではない。また殺人は執行者犠牲者が共に同室して行われた。執行者が室外から殺害する手段は存在しない。
犯人にはアリバイのない人間を想定する。それは死者だ。最初の6人の死体の中には顔面粉砕による身元不明死体が含まれる。これが実は偽装死体で、犠牲者のふりをして姿をくらました犯人 X が2人を殺したとの仮説は可能だ。そして犯人は密室殺人構築後、ベッドの下に隠れ俺たち全員をやり過ごしたんだ。
よかろう。次だ。ボイラー室に至ったカノンが殺されたな。赤き真実を追加する。全ての生存者にアリバイがある。さらに死者も含めようぞ。つまり島のいかなる人間にも死者にもカノンは殺せなかった。
No kind of human or dead person on the island could have killed Kanon.
誰にも殺せないなら自分で殺したということはあるかもな。ならカノン君は自殺かもしれない。
I mean, that is the only argument there. If she's gonna say that in red, that no kind of human or dead person on the island could have killed Kanon. That is the only argument there. Yeah, that is the only counter you can say there. Is that Kanon killed himself?
副将要求。カノン君は自殺ではない。
カノンは自殺ではない。
She said it though. Did not, I mean.
重ねるぜ。副将要求。カノン君は他殺された。
復唱を拒否する。
I refuse to repeat it.
その拒否で他殺を認めることも可能だが、お前はすでに赤で誰にも殺せなかったと宣言している。つまり他殺ではないんだ。これは第3のゲームの連鎖密室と同じなのさ。カノン君は自殺でも他殺でもない理由で死亡したんだ。
Died for a reason that was neither suicide nor homicide.
状況は不明だが事故死というわけさ。胸に杭がぶち込まれて死んでしまうような、どのようなドジを踏んで事故死に至ったかについての説明は悪魔の証明により説明拒否。
Yeah, maybe it was just an accidental death, right? Yeah, you could say that.
ほうほう。悪魔の力を身につけたそなたは今や敵なしだな。有効であるぞ。ならばその後の客間にての源氏、南條、熊沢の3名の殺人はどうか。無論同室していたマリアは殺していないぞ。
Yeah, Maria was there and she was singing, right?
そしてもちろん3人は他殺だ。
殺人を実行したのは身元不明死体で姿をくらました犯人 X で説明できる。
We can explain it with the one who carried out the murder being a culprit X who used an identifiable corpse to disappear.
そもそもあの3人の顔面も粉砕されていた。どれかが替え玉死体の可能性は十分にある。
身元不明死体についてその身元を全て保証する。
Okay.
すなわち替え玉トリックは存在しない。
ならば相打ち殺人で説明できる。3人はそれぞれに銃を持って時計回りに突きつけ、同時に相手の顔面を吹き飛ばした。その後マリアがその銃を回収して隠した。
Each of the three had the gun pointed at another in a clockwise pattern, and they blew each other's faces off at the same time. After that, Maria collected those guns and hid them.
これならどうだ。
なんという暴論。
Honestly, why would they do that though, right? What? Yeah.
気に入った。
Like, I mean, I know that these are arguments, the counterattacks by Butler, but why would Genji, Nanjo, and Kumasawa do this then? What? They were ordered, let's say that they were ordered to do this? I don't know.
ならば、最後の夏日は赤き真実を追加。夏日は他殺である。身元不明死体は一切なく、生存者も全員がアリバイがある。
トラップ X による間接殺人で説明できる。夏日おばさんの銃に細工がされてたんだ。あの銃は構えて撃った人間のちょうど眉間に弾をくれてやるように作られた罠の銃だったとすれば説明できる。
You can explain it if that was a trap gun built to send a bullet right into the forehead of anyone who tried to hold it up and shoot. So, did Natsui even shoot the gun back then even once? I don't actually remember. I don't really remember if she used the gun way before the ending of the first episode, right? So if that's the case, I mean, you could argue that the gun was, yeah, a trap. Let's say it could explode once Natsui pulled the trigger, it could explode into her face, or yeah, it was the opposite way. The bullet, rather than going forward, it went backwards towards her. I mean, yeah, this is much more a better explanation than what he said with Genji and the others, that all of them had a gun and then shot each other at the same time.
夏日の額に埋まりし銃弾は夏日の銃から放たれたものではない。
Okay, now she counters it and says that it was not from Natsui's gun.
夏日おばさんは内容不明の手紙によりおびき出された可能性がある。そしてホールに呼び出された。そして特定の時刻に特定の場所に立つように強いられて、あらかじめ設置してあった銃を利用したトラップ X により殺害されたんだ。
So a trap gun, maybe. Like, for example, you step on something and there's a trap, right? To pull the trigger on a hidden gun and then shot Natsui. Maybe you could say that.
素晴らしい。そなたの暴論はもはや心地よくすらある。
But I think it feels just like Butler just countering everything, like, in a whim. Like, okay, I'll counter it with this. I'll counter it with that. I'll counter it with this. I'll counter it with that. Like, yeah, it's like very, like, whenever Beato says something, he would counter with whatever is in his head instantly. He's not gonna think about it.
敬意を表し、第一のゲームをそなたに譲ろうぞ。
Out of respect, I shall hand the first game over to you.
感服したわ。
Okay. The instant Beato acknowledged her defeat in the first game, the stakes of the blue truth once again pierced her chest, letting out a terrible sound.
これくらいでは答えぬわ。まだまだ。来い。第2のゲームだ。
Beato just barely pulled out the stakes that had pierced her chest. But even though there was no hole left behind, she still seemed to be bearing a deep wound that was letting out a massive amount of blood. And she was tormented by an equally fierce pain. But Beato grinned, grinding her teeth, and pushed for the next game to start. But I won't feel any sympathy for her. Just by her existing there, we've been killed and harassed over and over. And Ange's been burdened with a future of isolation.
そうとも。わらわがここにいて ただ笑うだけでも永遠の地獄は続く。そなたを妹に返しはしない。妹は帰らぬ家族に1000年の間泣き続ければよい。
くしょうが情けも容赦もしねえぜ。第2のゲームだ。行くぜ。まずは最初の事件だ。6人が殺された礼拝堂での密室殺人については当時の俺がすでにカンパしている。マリアの鍵を何者かが密かに拝借し、事件終了後に密かにマリアのカバンに戻したんだ。
Yeah, I remember this. This was in the chapel.
マリアの鍵はマリア受領後から翌日のローザ開封の瞬間まで誰の手にも渡っていない。
ジジイの書斎と同じ構造で礼拝堂の扉がオートロックだった可能性がある。つまり事件前に開錠しておいて扉が閉まりきらないように石でも挟んでおいた。そして鍵をマリアに預けた。施錠はオートのため鍵は必要なかったとの仮説もあり得る。
金蔵の書斎以外にオートロックの扉は存在しない。
No door with an auto lock exists other than Kinzo's study.
扉は犠牲者たちが内側から閉めたんだ。6人の中に犯人がいて5人を殺し死んだふりをしていた。
6人は発見時にすでに全員死亡していた。全員が他殺だ。6人は全員が純粋な犠牲者であり相互の殺人には関与しない。相打ち殺人は存在しない。
熊沢さんをはじめ当時アリバイがない人間が存在した。
True. Kumasawa is always not showing herself whenever this happens, right?
そんな誰かが6人を殺し内側に隠れていたと仮定すれば問題ない。
あの礼拝堂には誰も隠れていなかった。よってその引きこもり密室は通用しない。どうしたよ後ろ宮バートラー。第2のゲームからは甘くないぜ。
It was a thundering exchange of red and blue truth. The stakes and wedges of the blue truth that I sent flying attacked one after the other, and Beato cut them down one after another with her red truth, her red treasured sword, knocking them down. But the blood she'd lost from the first game was probably serious. This intense exercise was putting an even greater strain on her. I could also see her breath grow ragged. That's why I can't hold back now. I'll corner the witch. And this time I'll break through her.
まだだぜ。ああ、ダメだ。全然ダメだ。俺のへりくつは終わっちゃいねえぜ。ならばこれはどうだ。彼らに与えられた飲食物に小型爆弾が入っていて腹の中で爆発した。
Small bombs?
つまりトラップ X による犯行の可能性。気づかずに飲み込んで腹をぶちまけるような爆弾の詳細については悪魔の証明。説明拒否。
なんだよそりゃ。小型爆弾
But yeah, honestly, what kind of explanation is that? What? But Beato failed to knock down the blue wedge as it flew at an angle like breaking pitch, or like a breaking pitch, I mean. It let a loud thunk and gouged itself deep into her left shoulder. However, even as the breaking pitch hit her, her laughter didn't seem to be stopping. Yeah, I get it. Even I think the theory is pretty screwed up. True.
好きなだけ笑いやがれ。 文句があるのか。
なし。その暴論や心地よし。次なるジェシカとカノンの密室は。
問題ない。使用人の誰かが犯人であればマスターキーを使える。密室ですらない。
その後使用人室でカノンらしき謎の人物が襲いかかり、南條と熊沢が殺されたな。
Oh yeah, the cannon came back, right? And then attacked Nanjo and Kumasawa.
カノンの死亡はあの時刻以前に赤で宣言済みだった。ならばあのカノンは何者だというのか。
カノン君の死亡は赤で宣言済みならば生きているわけがない。よって襲われた彼らがカノン君と誤認するような何者かの変装の可能性がある。
彼らは異なる人物をカノンと誤認することは絶対にない。
ならば金蔵の名の世襲と同じにカノンの名が世襲された可能性がある。カノン君が殺され別の人物がその名を受け継ぎ彼らを襲ったと仮定できる。
So this is basically the same as what he was saying about Kinzo though. That Kanon's name was inherited by someone. You could suppose that Kanon-kun was killed, a different person succeeded his name, and this person attacked them. So basically you can say like someone was pretending to be Kanon, is that it? A sound like a watermelon being squashed rang out and a blue wedge was buried deep into Beato's left flank. Maybe it hit it in a bad place, and since it seemed to be really effective. After leaning over and moaning for a while, she laughed it off as though trying to make it seem like not a big deal. Yeah, I get it. That must have hurt a lot.
またしてもこともなげに人間の誰かを犯人に仕立ててきやがったぜ。ゲーム盤上では口が裂けても言えぬことを実にシャーシャーとのたまう。しかし有効だ。その暴言心地よし。心地よいぞ。これは痛みではない、心地よさだ。
When Beato howled, the wedge that had pierced her was blasted away. But the wound remained and she continued to be tormented by a fierce pain.
いいのか、続けていくぜ。第2のゲームの最後の殺人、夏日おばさんの部屋で死んだ3人についての青き真実は18人目の X を否定されても有効のはず。赤で反論はあるか。
The three who died in Aunt Natsuhi's room should still be valid even with the 18th person X denied. So do you have a counter argument for that in red?
なければ第2のゲームも俺のものだ。
ああ、ないぞ。そのようなさまつで戦うのもつまらない。くれてやる。第2のゲームなぞ貴様にくれてやるわ。
So I think here it's just gonna be Butler winning game from game. Yeah, Beatrice is like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. No, fighting over such trivial matters bores me. The instant she acknowledged her loss in the second game, the two blue stakes gouged through Beato's chest this time. The witch's lungs were gouged, as were her intestines. Her face twisted in anguish. Her body twisted as she gasped in pain.
痛えのか。
痛い？いやいや、くすぐったいくらいよ。全身を細切れにされてくず肉の山にされた お前の妹に比べればな。お前もクズ肉にしてやるぞ。兄弟仲良く混ぜて合いびきにしてくれるわ。
ぶち殺してやる。お前を同じ細切れにしてやる。次だ。第3のゲームだ。いつまでへばってやがる。てめえを地獄に叩き落としてやるのはこれからだ。
無論よ、これくらいでへばるものか。そうとも、まだまだこれからよ。さあ、第3のゲームを始めようぞ。まずは最初の6連結の連鎖密室。本来ならこの密室はそなたが当時にカンパしている。しかしそなたは金蔵を殺してしまった。
But then you killed off Kinzo. At the time, I theorized that Gramps was the culprit, and that after killing the other 5 and stringing the keys across each room, he'd constructed his own closed room in the boiler room. And that there he died in an accident while carrying out some kind of scheme of burning to death in the boiler. But now I've declared that Gramps was already dead, so I've denied my own theory myself. Kinda true. Ironically enough, however...
問題ない。ジジイ以外にも犯行可能な人間は大勢いる。親族会議中だった大人たちが全員グルで犯行に及んだとさえ言い切れる。
マスターキー5本は全て5人の使用人の懐よりそれぞれ発見された。個別の鍵は死体の傍らの封筒の中に。つまり連鎖密室に関わる全ての鍵が連鎖密室内に閉じ込められていたわけだ。ドアの隙間だの窓の隙間だの通気口だの、そんなところを使って密室外から鍵を戻すことなどできるぞ。
なら毒ガスで殺したんだ。鍵は通らなくてもガスなら通るぜ。密室の外から殺人を実行したんだ。
彼ら全員には致命傷となった重曹と思わしき傷跡があったぞ。室外からの殺害は不可能だぞ。さらに赤を重ねようぞ。金蔵を除く5人の殺人の際、殺人者は必ず同室していた。
When the 5 other than Kinzo were killed, the killer was always in the same room as them. So basically, yes, they were being killed and being shot at by the actual culprit.
自殺者がいないことは当時に赤で宣言済みだ。
犯人は全員をそれぞれの部屋で殺害後、連鎖密室を構築した。しかし最後の部屋の鍵だけはどうしても密室内に戻せない。だが戻すことはできたぜ。死体の第一発見者が鍵を見つけたふりをして誰かの死体のポケットから取り出して見せればいいからだ。
She couldn't fully block the retort of that blue stake. Beata was pushed back by the blue wedges that were unleashed on her, one after another, finally failed to block one and once again took a severe wound. As she howled in pain, she pulled out a blue wedge that had pierced her right arm. Beato's entire body had been torn apart and pierced with the blue wedges, stakes and blades over and over and over again. And now she was totally covered in blood. But even so, Beato grinned, cackling as though this was amusing.
エンジェに親を連れ戻して帰宅すると約束した男がどの口で親を犯人にした説を語るというのか。いいぜ、それでもいいんだぜ。家族で仲良く大量殺人に手を染めて 決して落ちぬ血にまみれながらエンジェのところに帰れよ。それでこそ魔女の島からの生還者にお似合いだぜ。クズ肉エンジェにぴったりだ。
うわー、黙りやがれ。てめえを殺せ。バラバラにして殺せ。命乞いの必要はないぜ。絶対にこの手で最悪の死を与えてやる。
ああ、そなたならできるだろうよ。千年の果てに残虐の限りを尽くしきったわらわにそれに見合う最後を与えてくれるだろうよ。ああ、それは痛いのか辛いのか、それともくすぐったいのかな。これくらいで答えるかよ。来いよ後ろ宮バトラー、まだ謎は残ってるぜ。
Beato had already countered my first powerful move, the 18th person X, by making the number of people in this island 17, but just limiting the number of people to 17 didn't overturn the theory that Aunt Ava was the culprit. I can crush most of the murders in the third game this way. Blood dripped from all over the body of the Golden Witch. I cornered her, this time thoroughly without mercy. This isn't a game played to decide who wins and who loses. Yeah, we aren't playing. Even the time I spent playing and fighting like this delays my trip home. In her isolation, Angel will continue to have her heart torn apart by loneliness and sadness. I had to go back to Angel as fast as I can.
ボロボロだな。虫の息ってやつか。
まだまだ答えぬわ。これくらい。こそばよいわ。
いらねえようだな、容赦。
元よりそのつもりもなかろうが。
存分に行くぜ。
そうせよ。逆の立場だった時、わらわは容赦しなかった。だからそなたもそのチャンスがあったならそうするべきであろうが。じゃないとまた別の世界の孤独な演者を呼んで、今度は獅子を引きちぎって槍に刺して炙り焼きにしちまうぜ。
黙れ。もう二度と俺の家族も親族も、そして使用人のみんなもお前のおもちゃにはさせねえぜ。俺はすでに第4のゲームの謎も全て青き真実で打ち破っている。残る謎は第3のゲームの一番最後。
The only one left is the very last one from the third
南
game.
條先生の殺人だけだぜ。
おや、わらわはもうそんなところまで追い詰められていたか。わらわも風前の灯火であるな。
She coughed violently, spitting up blood. Her insides had been punched through so many times. It was only natural.
ということは この南條先生殺しの謎だけがお前が魔女であることの最後の防衛戦ってことになるな。
そうなるな。これを破られたならわらわは全ての謎を破られたことになる。そなたの真実のいずれかを新しき赤き真実で反論するか、新しき謎を提示しない限りわらわは死ぬ。
追い詰められて風前の灯火って感じには見えねえぜ。まだ何か隠し玉を持ってやがるな。
さてどうかな。わらわはもはや1000年の長すぎる生涯にあいている。その果てに巡り合ったそなたという好敵手によって生涯を閉じるのも悪くないと思い始めている。
But honestly, it feels like that though. Like she's countering doing her recruit still, but she doesn't. Yeah, it's like it's okay if she loses. It feels like she's giving up is what I'm saying.
そなたならやれるよな。やってくれよ。頼むよ。殺してくれよ。殺してばっかりでさ、殺された試しがねえんだよ。お前ら18人を幾百と殺してはきたけれど、殺された試しは一度もねえから、一回くらいは経験してみてんだよ。
I killed the 18 of you 100 of times, but I haven't been killed myself even once. Okay, what? It was a graceless show of boldness unchanged from before, but blood dripped from her mouth. Her once beautiful dress was covered in holes, and blood poured from all over her body, making her physical appearance stand in sharp contrast to her attitude. Maybe the shot she'd taken to the flank was still tormenting her, since she was still pressing down on it unconsciously without a trace of grace. But I've got no time for pity. As long as I feel sympathy for this witch, my family and I won't be released from this place. Until I defeat her, we won't be able to go home. In the outside world, it may be possible for even enemies to understand each other when circumstances change, but pure evil does exist. Evil that brings misfortune just by existing and is to be spared and no compromise. Just by its continued existence alone, it's evil.
お前をアーレには思わない。お前が俺たちの誰にもあれまなかったように。
そうともさ、お前らなんてゲームの駒だぜ。毎回最初の6人は誰を殺そうかな、次の2人はどう殺そうかな、もっともっとグロい殺し方はねえかなって考えるのは最高に楽しいぜ。なあバトラよ、少し改心するから今回も許してくれよ。そしたらさ、もうちょっとマシな殺し方に変えてやるからよ。誰をどの順でどんな風に殺すか、お前の希望も聞いてやるからよ。楽しいぜ、人の命をもてあそぶってのはよ。お前なら考えつくよ。エンジェをもっともっとクズ肉にしてやる方法をよ。来いよバトラー、南條殺し暴いてみろ。
The 18th person X has been defeated, but I won't give in. I'll stop that witch's breathing cold. The end of the third game, it was announced in red that the survivors at that point in time, Butler, Ava, and Jessica, and Nanjo were all involved with Nanjo's murder. and it was also proclaimed that he was murdered directly by someone before his eye. All the other people had the strongest possible ally by having their deaths proclaimed in red. I'll break through this without using the 18th person X. Don't stop thinking. Her red doesn't only bind me, it also supposed to be her weak point. I've got to somehow use it against her. That's right, there's still a gap. Yeah, this way I can break through it. This way Beatrice's legend of the witch is finished.
確かに他の連中は死亡だったろうさ。だが赤で死亡を宣言されたのは南條先生が死んだ瞬間ではない。
Okay.
厳密に言えば南條先生の死体が見つかった後の俺とエヴァの戦いにおいてだ。
So someone could have been alive at that moment.
つまり南條先生を殺した時点では生きていた何者かがエヴァの死亡宣言までの間に死亡していればその感激は縫えることになる。つまりはこういうことさ。エヴァの死亡宣言で初めて死亡とされた人物の中に犯人がいて、その人物は最初うまいこと死んだふりをして俺たちをやり過ごした。そして赤での死亡宣言がないまま俺たちには死んだと思い込ませた。そして南條先生を殺し、その後に何かの理由で死んだ。そしてその後にエヴァが赤で死亡宣言を出す。以上の仮説でも南條先生の事件は説明できる。
How's that, Beatrice? It's a big one though. A very big one. When he forcefully asked that question, there was a terrible sound that could only be likened to that of a compressor. And a blue stake that was thick as a log appeared from under the earth and skewered the golden witch Beato, pulling her up into the air. Ugly tearing sounds rang out, and each time a blue stake or wedge would appear and pierce Beatrice's body. When that finally ended, her tragic form was exposed, there pincushioned by more than 10 stakes and wedges all over her body, and dripping with blood, dangling and crucified. Oh! Oh my god. There was none of the dignity of that brutal witch who had sneered at the honor of the dead and toyed with and killed hundreds of the living. The rain, which had started falling at some point, quietly tormented the crucified witch. As Butler heaved with his breathing, he waited for some kind of answer from the Golden Witch. Although it wasn't long. It took the witch a bit of time to show any signs of life. I mean, that really hurts, so look at it.
自業自得だぜ。お前が殺めてきた人々の痛みの一部を思い知れ。
Even as he said that, it seemed that Butler had lost a little of his momentum at the extremely pathetic sight. Even if it was an enemy, he couldn't look straight at a woman exposed in such a brutal fashion. But even so, unless he destroyed Beatrice, this battle wouldn't end.
Butler, 頼むよ。
Beato let out a sob.
見てよ。
Thanks for being born.
すげえ。見てよ。終わらせて。終わらせて。
Honestly, by the end of this chapter, or not the end, but yeah, technically, I'll say that. We've seen a lot of times like Beatrice has been saying this. It really hurts, and I think she said I want to die as well. All of that stuff. So basically, I think they're implying that the real person behind this is, I guess, yeah, suffered a lot. What kind of suffering did this person suffer? We don't know that yet, but it seems like it. Who knows what kind of suffering this person has? Because they keep saying this. Even when we ended the main story, right? I haven't fully listed down what it said, but like the red characters or red sentences or whatever, it showed a lot. It was so fast, right? But yeah, basically it was saying like this as well, something like this.
これでもまだ死ねねえんだよ。こんなに痛えのにまだ死ねねえんだよ。
Even though it hurts so much, I still can't die.
俺に何を求めやがる。
終わらせて。この苦痛から。
Beato's expression was soaked with blood and tears. Butler certainly had been tricked by her at one point, so he was probably able to suspect that her expression, that even her tears were an act. However, Butler believed in those tears. After all, those tears had the red of fruit mixed in with them.
どうすりゃいい？どうすればお前の痛みを終わらせられる？
今からすべてを晒すから。
I'm gonna expose everything.
それがわらわの心臓。
心臓？
ロシ
ベアト。
殺して。もう死なせて。
Were those tears from pain and torment, or else? Either way, that pathetic expression was painful for Butler to look at even after burning with such anger.
早くヘンゼのところに帰ってあげて。
帰るためじゃない。お前の痛みを止めるために。お前の願いを聞く。
ありがとう。
Wait, what did it say? I didn't understand. I'll listen to your request, okay?
バトラー。
In her last breaths, Beato summoned up all of her remaining strength and managed to close both of her hands into fists. A red light began to gather at those fists. Then she lifted her arms as though appealing to the heavens for something.
バトラーなら殺せるから。私のすべて心臓を潰して貫いてね。
The red light around both of her arms gradually began to strengthen.
おね。
After saying that much, her face tilted to the side a bit. Then her right arm lost its light and flopped down. But her left arm alone did not lose its sight and remained held out towards the heavens. Then before Butler's eyes, another Beato appeared with a faint form transparent like a curtain. The crucified Beato had already lost consciousness. However, this newly appeared faint Beato quietly looked at me, her eyes expressionless, and spoke.
後ろ宮バトラ、今から私があなたを殺します。
What?
それで
そしてたった今、この島にはあなた以外誰もいません。この島で生きているのはあなただけです。島の外の存在は一切干渉できません。
Right now, there is no one other than you on this island. The only one alive on this island is you. Nothing outside the island can interfere. I understand. This is the last mystery Beatrice will be able to make as a witch. So I think that, okay, with this, let's say, Butler was the last person in this incident in Rokinjima. We can say with what Beatrice is saying here. I mean, they even said it here, the last mystery, right? So Butler definitely is the last person. We don't know though actually if he survived or not, but he is the last person to be alive. She's trying to offer it to me. Oh no, but Ava though, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Ava. I kind of forgot about Ava though. What? Dude, what is real anymore? I don't even know. She's trying to offer it to me, entreating me to solve this final mystery and to kill her.
来いよ。お前の最後の謎。
この島にあなたはたった一人。そしてもちろん私はあなたではない。なのに私は今ここにいてこれからあなたを殺します。
My God. You are all alone on this island, and of course I am not you, yet I am here now, and I'm about to kill you. What?
南條先生殺しの謎の強化版ってわけか。それで
私は誰？
それがお前の最後の出題なのか。
私は誰？
Then Beatrice approached me, still expressionless. I get it, Beato, I'll kill you, don't worry. I also slowly held her head. Then I, as a piece, left the game board. What? Beatrice? Ushiramiya Butler died on the 10th Twilight. Ushiramiya Ange died in 1998. Maria died on the 10th Twilight. Sakutaro? Ushiramiya Kinzo died on the 9th Twilight. Kraus 7th Twilight. First Twilight. Jessica 2nd. Ava 1st. Oshirimiya George died in the 2nd, Rudolph. Kirie 8, Rosa 1st. Genji 1st, Shannon died on the 5th. Kanon died on the 4th. Okay. Ava Beatrice Virgilia Ronove. Gap. Lucifer Leviathan Satan. Belphegor, my favorite Belphegor. Okunogi Tetsuo, Amakusa Juza. So these are new characters that we have. Nanjo Masayuki, Kumasawa Sabakichi, Captain Kawabata, Lambda Delta, Burn Castle, Fort Game, and Alliance of the Golden Witch. But yeah, I mean, we still have one more tea party, right? The other one. But yeah, we'll do that next time, as I need to write everything now. I need to check this again. There's a lot in this tea party, this first one. A lot. I mean, not just a lot. A lot. Yep. Hello? Okay. No, I thought there was a... Okay. But that was insane, though. The amount of stuff we learned again. We'll do that. We'll do the other one next time. Let me just put it here, I guess. But yeah, that was a lot, and that was pretty good, though. That was pretty good. I think I'll just give a little what do you call this? Not idea, but what I think about Beatrice, the actual Beatrice. We don't know. Like, let's say the actual culprit, the one behind Beatrice. We don't know what kind of suffering this person received, experienced, all of that. But yeah, it's implying that, definitely. From the other episodes as well. For the other episodes, it was little by little. Yeah, remember when she was fighting against George and the Shannon, right? She was saying things like, "Oh, men just likes bodies or whatever." Yeah, something like that. But yeah, definitely a lot of stuff has happened to this person, and it feels very sad. As we go, or as we finish this, I guess, next episode, I just feel sad for this character. I don't know what's gonna happen when we do the answer arcs, when we start it, but yeah, I don't know anymore. We have another, I guess, the other party for the other side again. We'll see what happens there. That might be long as well. We'll see, but I definitely need to to list what we found in this episode. It's quite a lot. And one thing that confused me in the end there, the one Beatrice was saying in red, that Butler, etc., all that stuff. Butler was the only one alive in the island. Wait, didn't Ava survive as well? I'm gonna have to look at that again. Maybe I didn't understand it like fully, I guess. But yeah, we assumed that Ava had survived, right? And that's why Angie was still here. But after that, what she said in red, I don't understand anymore. Like she said, you are the last one in the island. Nothing from the outside that can help you or change it. Maybe she's just talking about this game in general, in the fourth game. Or what? But it did say the last mystery, though. So I'm kind of confused. Yeah, I'm kind of really confused. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry, episode 4, in the next one. And I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.